All right, let's talk about an element that is literally all around you and inside you right this very second. It's this invisible giant, totally crucial to our world, but honestly, most of us never even think about it. So, let's start with a little pop quiz. Go ahead, take a nice deep breath. Now, what do you think is the main gas you just pulled into your lungs? I bet you're thinking oxygen, right? I mean, that's what we need to live, but is that the whole story?
The real answer is actually this number right here, 78%. And nope, that is not oxygen. So what on earth could make up almost 4/5 of every single breath we take?
And there it is, it's nitrogen. Kind of surprising, isn't it? For every 5 breaths you take, almost 4 of them are basically just pure nitrogen gas. So if we're breathing in so much of it all day, every day, why don't we notice? Well, that brings us right to our first topic. The story of the air you breathe is really just the story of nitrogen taking a quick trip into your lungs and coming right back out totally unchanged. And the whole reason for this comes down to one key property. Nitrogen is what we call inert. It just means it doesn't really like to react with other stuff. So when you breathe it in, your body is like, nope, can't do anything with this. It just hangs out for a second, and then you breathe it right back out. It's like the ultimate quiet bystander in your body. Okay, so let's zoom out a bit from our own lungs to, the entire planet, because this quiet, inert gas doesn't just pass through us. It actually forms this massive invisible shield that makes up most of the air on Earth. And wow, this chart really puts it all into perspective, doesn't it? A whopping 78% of the air around us is nitrogen. Oxygen, the gas we actually need to survive, is way behind at just 21%. It's a wild thought, but we're basically living and breathing at the bottom of a giant ocean of nitrogen. Okay, so nitrogen is inert, and it's everywhere. That might sound a little boring, but that exact property is the secret weapon that keeps your favorite snacks from going stale. So ever wonder why that bag of crisps is so puffy? That's not just air in there, it's mostly nitrogen. See, the little bacteria that make food go bad, they need oxygen to live. So food companies have a clever trick. They pump the bags full of nitrogen, which pushes all the oxygen out. No oxygen means no bacteria, and no bacteria means your crisps stay perfectly fresh and crunchy. Pretty smart, right?
But nitrogen isn't just a one-trick pony. It has this other side to it, a much, much colder side. Its usefulness goes way beyond just being unreactive.
Okay, get a load of this number. That's minus 196 degrees Celsius. That is unbelievably cold. To put that in perspective, the absolute coldest temperature ever recorded on Earth, down in Antarctica, was around minus 90. So this is more than twice as cold as the coldest place on the planet. So what's the deal with this crazy cold temperature? That's the boiling point of nitrogen. When it's in its liquid form, it is so mind-numbingly cold that it's perfect for flash freezing things. This is how a lot of frozen food is made. It freezes stuff almost instantly, locking in freshness way better than your freezer at home ever could. So we've seen what nitrogen does. It's in our air, it keeps our food fresh. But what is it, really? Like, on a basic chemical level? Let's take a quick look at the molecule itself. So at its very core, nitrogen is an element. You'll find it on the periodic table. It's a pure substance, just made up of one type of atom. And these tiny little nitrogen atoms are the fundamental building blocks. But here's the thing, they almost never hang out by themselves. In the real world, they're almost always bonded together with another nitrogen atom, and that's what we call a molecule. Which brings us to this, N2. That's the symbol for the nitrogen gas we've been talking about. It's a molecule made of 2 nitrogen atoms locked together. And it's not just any old bond, it's a triple bond, which is one of the absolute strongest in nature. And that is the secret to why nitrogen is so inert. It takes a massive amount of energy to pry those 2 atoms apart. So there you have it. It's the king of our atmosphere and the silent guardian of our snacks, all thanks to that incredibly stubborn bond. It really makes you wonder, right? If this invisible gas is doing all of that, what else is it quietly doing all around us?